of the Indian Challenger with the new Metzler Cruise Tech on the front. I just did the tire change a couple of days ago, and I've got some specialty tools back at the garage. One is I have a big blue motorcycle lift, and the other is the Rabaconda tire changing tool. So the big blue is a great tool because you can raise and lower the motorcycle with an electric drill. Here is my Indian Challenger up on the big blue motorcycle lift, and you can see the drill I use to raise and lower it. Working good so far, no issues. I like that you can raise the bike high enough on the lift, and it's only at like 25%, and it can go a lot more. But what's really nice about lifting this lift at your discretion is the ability to not have to take the fender off, which many people will take it off and then have to disconnect the fender light and wiring harness and so on. So we're saving some steps here. There's the wheel. New tire going on, same kind. We're going to use our Rabaconda. There it sits in the gym bag. And we'll be mounting and dismounting the tire shortly, and see if I can document some different stages. Stay tuned. So you get it to the right height, and you can take the axle out, raise it up, and get it the front wheel beyond the fender without having to take the fender off, which is what a lot of people have to do if they can't get their bike up high enough. So that's a big plus. What takes a while is to strap the motorcycle down to the lift, because I strap it down at 4 corners to make sure that it's nice and stable. When you remove the front wheel, obviously you're going to throw off the balance of the motorcycle while it's up on the lift. So as a precautionary measure, I just want to make sure it stays up there. The Rabaconda, if you haven't seen one, stands up like an easel, and you put the tire on there, or the wheel with the tire, and you can break the bead, which is the initial way of separating the old tire from the rim. And you got a lever that comes down and squashes the tire in, for lack of a better safety or technical term. And you keep squashing it around until you get the bead broke. Then you do the same for the opposite side. Once that's done, there's a ratcheting mechanism that allows you to stick a tire lever underneath the bead of the tire, and use the lever and your weight, your body weight, to move that lever around and lever that bead off of the rim. You do one side, and then you stick that lever in and do the other side. So this is the third tire I've done on the Rabaconda. It's a great machine. It was well worth the investment. Well, others were right. This is the stiffest tire yet. It's the Metzler Cruise Tech. Got it on. It was a wrestling match. between me and Rabaconda, but Rabaconda and I prevailed. Tires on, filled up with air. We're about to balance it. I got black weights and found my heavy spot and working on getting the balance right. So stay tuned. When you have 3 motorcycles like I do, you save a lot of time and money and driving time to get a tire switched out. Plus, I called my local Cycle Gear. They do it if you bring them the wheel and tire. But then you got to come back 2 days later. I can't have my bike up in the air in my garage. Just not enough room. So that I've got to get the job done and get everything put away. I've got a big garage, but 3 motorcycles and a car and all sorts of other equipment in there, and plus my wife's stuff. I don't have the room for it. And the other blessing with the Rabaconda is that you can take it all apart and stick all the pieces in a gym-sized duffel bag and put that in the corner of your garage, which I love. It's just great. The Metzler Cruise Tech, as a lot of people have mentioned on the Indian forum, is a very stiff and difficult tire. I didn't have a problem getting the old tire off, but the new tire was definitely a wrestling match to get back on. But the proper techniques and following instructions and videos and whatnot, which I don't need to follow anymore because I've got the technique down pretty well, is all you need to do to get it to work. I never once doubted that I wasn't able to do it. I think would have helped was having a nice warm sunny day and to be able to have the new tire sit out in the sun would have made things go a lot easier. But got it done.